Good morning. We're going to be changing the format around how we submit items to our agendas, and specifically I'm talking about our elementary principal agendas, meeting agendas, our secondary principal meeting agendas, and our leadership team meeting agendas. So I'm going to walk you through a few of the features. We piloted the last month with our cabinet team, and we like the format, so we're going to give it a shot with those meetings as I mentioned. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of talk to you about, we're going to use Google Docs as the platform. So I want to show you just a few features. One of the features being that this is going to be an ongoing agenda. So we're just going to add to each out of the same documents. We're going to use the same document all year long. So you'll see that we only have a finite number of rows. So to add a row, click in one, drag over, then right click, and you have some options. Insert row above, insert row below. If you want to insert several rows, you can highlight 3, for example, and you can insert 3 rows above, 3 rows below. So we'll do insert 3 rows above. And that will allow you to add the rows and add your items. You can do it in between if you want. Highlight, right click, insert row above. So wherever you want to put it, you can put it. Simply pressing Control Z undoes the action. So as you add items, you'll see I tend to follow a specific format. We have an emboldened title, and then we have bulleted items after that. So if you want to add an item, click on it, start to type it in, hit enter, and then go up here to the top of the screen, and you can click on bullet, and that'll automatically set it up there for you. And then just like anything else, highlight, Control B, or select bullet from up above, add items. The next feature is priority. So as we go through, we might have a lot of agenda items, and not all of our agenda items might get covered in the meeting. Priority 1 means it must be covered during the meeting. Priority 2 means it should be covered during the meeting, but if not, we'll survive. Number 3 is if we have some extra time, it will be good to discuss this and unpack it a little bit. So assign a priority level, and then the last part of that is assign a responsibility. If you added the agenda item, put your name there. If it's going to involve somebody else, add their name. For example, with the SAC training and the DAC training, I added Kelly Murray's name since she's going to be the District Assessment Coordinator for PSSAs and Keystones. Pretty simple. And then I'm just going to get rid of this. Pretty simple how to do that. The next thing is adding comments. You'll see that I added a comment here. If you want to add a comment, you want to say something specific, you might want to highlight the text right there, and then you'll see this little bubble. Click on the bubble, type in your comment here. And then you hit comment. Anybody else has the option to reply if they want to reply. And then when it's all done, you can click resolve and it goes away. The last thing is inserting a link. Let's say you want to refer to a particular website. In this particular case, we talked about Keystone training, so I put a link to the PSTAT site. So I'm going to click on that. So to do that, when you get to the website, you highlight the URL, copy it. I use Control C as a shortcut. And then when you go to wherever you want it to be, you highlight, click on the link, Control V, and then you click apply. That makes your link live. Now, what I would recommend that you do, since we're going to be using this agenda all year, I would recommend you bookmark this. So to set a bookmark, you click the little star up here. You can name it whatever you want. Default is secondary principal meeting agenda. And then you can either put it to your bookmarks bar, or you can create folders and you can organize it that way. I would recommend bookmark bar and click done. And then you'll see it appear there. So anytime you go into your browser, I'll close out the agenda. Anytime you go into your browser with a new tab, you click on that link, and it's going to take you right to the agenda where you can add items and you can see what's up and coming. Because it's an ongoing agenda, we're not going to have minutes. We will all have responsibility for taking notes, so that's an ongoing record that we have all year long. Hope that helps. It's a different way to do things, I know, but hopefully it's a more efficient way for us to keep on the same page with things. Thanks. Have fun.